rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way...
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jaguars
And the Commanders, and it's all up next.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Joining Charles Davis up in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is time to begin another NFL season. Here we go. And it's a new era for Washington, making their debut under the Commanders' name. And, Charles, they're going to face a team in Jacksonville who is starting this year up with a new man in charge as well. So newness on both sides here in this one.
Yeah, and only 3 combined playoff appearances in the last 9 seasons for both of these teams. Washington certainly hoping their new Commanders nickname can bring newfound success after finishing 7-10 last year. They're 4th in 5 years, finishing with 7 wins. In Jacksonville, they're hoping a brand new coaching staff and a breath of fresh air will bring the most out of a young core after going 3-14 last season.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the 3rd team in 3 years for Wentz and the 4th starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. 57 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. From the red zone now, Wentz. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And it thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get it.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football and find our way back into this game.
No gain on the play there, second down. Lawrence. He's got it. And the Jags are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Chubb will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A give up the middle to Gibson. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson Wentz with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Wentz. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas. 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it will put the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 21-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff. And when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't. But also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call 3 seconds to continue to move people.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 99 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And again, it's Chubb. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Devon Hamilton with the tackle. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the... After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Second down and a run by Robinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Sly able to put this one through, and the lead now 11, 24-13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. And you know where I'm
fantasy.
Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy line, but why don't you just play?
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching you do it.
You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up. 5th place. Okay. That's a champ of my book.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 133 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. From midfield now, Lawrence. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 27 yards. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run up. Found a little bit of yardage to stand on schedule on offense. The playbook is still working for the coordinator.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective. And they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Lawrence. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
From the 27, Wentz, rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Lawrence. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this. Back now at FedEx Field. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On the ground, it's Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jags get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz going to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. He's at the 40, past the 20, and they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Wentz now on 1st down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Wentz to throw again. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 56 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now Washington going to use the second of their three timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Chubb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. And again, it's Chubb. Brought down at the 20.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Throwing now, Lawrence. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Carson Wentz in the offense, down by 15. A little over 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Here's Wentz to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Pass complete, Samuel. The 40. 20. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Sly is up and good as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now This game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And whatever you own, we own it. Swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I got a no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, say no. You gotta choose.